Hi, everyone. About a minute on my latest piece on Substack. It's called 47,300 Gigawatt-Miles from Nowhere, which, of course, is a play on the Dwight Yoakam song, 1,000 Miles from Nowhere. But let me cut to the chase here. Why did I write this piece? I wrote it in response to an editorial that was in the New York Times earlier this month. In that editorial, I'll quote from it. It says, quote, "To tap the potential of renewable energy, the United States needs to dramatically expand the electric grid, and it needs to happen fast." It then cites a Department of Energy study that was done earlier this year, which claimed we need to expand the grid, the existing high voltage grid, by 57%. And it used this metric, the gigawatt miles, which is not one that's commonly used, but nevertheless, 57% increase. Okay, fine. Here are the numbers. We have 240,000 miles of high voltage transmission lines in the U.S. 57% of that is about 136,000 miles. We're only expanding the grid, and back to about 2008, we're only expanding the grid by about 1,700 miles a year. So the idea that the Times and the DOE are putting forward that we're going to make this 57% expansion and make it happen by 2035, it's just silliness. It is not going to happen. At current rates of expansion, to add 136,000 miles of new high voltage transmission would take 80 years. Now, even if we could speed that up, we don't have enough transformers, high voltage transformers. We don't have enough grain-oriented electrical steel, which I've talked about on this channel before. We don't have enough linemen, the skilled laborers that are needed to make all of this happen. So these models that we hear that are produced by think tanks, that are produced by the bureaucrats in Washington, that are produced by academics that are saying, oh, we're just going to make a massive expansion of renewables and we're going to make a massive expansion of the high voltage transmission grid. It's not going to happen. It can't happen. And because it can't happen, it won't happen. So for all those reasons, there are just physical limits on the system that are going to prevent this from happening. It's about hardware. It's about labor. It's about land use, issues that I've been talking about for a long time. So check out my piece on Substack, would you? robertbryce.substack.com. Thanks a lot. See ya.